Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Bloodstained RotN Aurora playthrough on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries. And in this episode, after having successfully killed us a Bloodless, we're going to be going over the top part of Liver Ex Machina in order to get back to the Tower of Dragons. Also, we have an important enemy on this screen to kill. Not the Lance Armor. I mean, the Lance Armor is kind of important, but here we get Rubella!
Send rhythmic blasts of flame.
Yes, Rubella is very literally just the shard for Tomoko death normally, and that is what is it technically called? It's upbeat heat. Yeah, that's what upbeat heat actually looks like. It is honestly a very powerful spell, but it's also stupidly expensive. So I'm not actually going to use it. I'm not going to use it all that much during the playthrough. Aurora cannot fit through there. That is sad. So she has to go the long way around.
Doesn't this little girl know how to crouch?
Well, it's not that she doesn't know how to crouch, because she actually does know how to crouch. But there's nowhere for us to crouch up there.
I mean, god damn it. I mean, in a lot of narratives, children become useful because of their ability to fit into small crevices, and that's finally why child labor was a thing in mining companies during the 1800s.
Nah. Miners. Ugh.
Miners. It's like, that's all you had to say. Let's go to Russia and fuck some miners. I mean, I mean, I found out the hard way it wasn't the miner I had in mind.
Cloud. That joke.
No, I mean, I'm serious. He wore a headlamp, a helmet, gloves, overalls, everything. And he even had a pickaxe.
I personally think that pickaxes make a decent weapons, but I usually prefer when pickaxes are projectile weapons as opposed to melee weapons.
You shall not pass. Okay, I'm gonna go this way.
Yep, this way we go. I dislike that that a bunch of the characters cannot actually use the shortcut through Liver Ex Machina. They get to use this one to escape, but they don't get the easy access to the upper pathways for Liver Ex Machina. And the reason why this is disappointing is because they usually put stuff up there. Yeah.
Right. Now, come on. Let's find some enemies on which we can use our new Diddy Kong guitar powers.
No, we're not going to actually be using Rubella as an attacking option for most of the run. It's too expensive for me, for one, and for two, its arc is, although really good against bosses, specifically large bosses, it's actually pretty bad against normal enemies.
Oh, so she can crouch.
Yes, she can crouch.
She just doesn't know how to crouch walk, like
no,
every.
She doesn't. Well, although she doesn't know how to crouch walk, no one knows how to. No one in this game knows how to do that. The real reason why we can't access the Liver Ex Machina upper shortcut is explicitly because we cannot slide in air.
I swear to God, every first-person shooter game I've ever played, the character has the body of a ghost, but has fucking thighs of steel.
And some of them happen to have extremely small heads.
Like, you gotta be, you have to have some pretty good stamina to crouch walk the length that I've seen some of these characters go. I mean, fucking, yeah. Jack from BioShock, Ethan from Resident Evil 7, like, the list goes on. Like, all these guys were just the best at cross-country in high school.
I was actually very terrible at cross country in high school. My endurance was alright, but my actual times were crap.
No, I never did cross country in high school. As a matter of fact,
I did cross country for about 2 weeks, and then the club realized that we have a total of 4 members, and 2 of them are siblings, so it doesn't really count.
I mean, I was playing in the band for the football team. I had a trumpet. But that's the closest I ever got to actually playing sports in high school.
I was part of our lunchtime soccer league. That was fun.
And chess does not count as a sport. And yes, I was on the high school chess team. I was 4th seat.
I was also on the high school chess team for the one fucking tournament we went to.
And then they realized...
I don't understand why I was invited to the high school chess tournament. Yes, I enjoyed playing chess, but I wasn't good at it. I've told the story before, but first round I played, I got knocked out because we were playing speed chess, and I was like, I want to keep the game flow going, but I'm making pretty poor moves.
And that's the beauty of speed chess, is because of the time stipulation, your moves may not necessarily be perfect, because in addition to getting checkmated, running out of time on the clock also is a lose condition you have to work around.
All right, so we scored the blue friend Tristis. I'm actually unsure of what Tristis's spell actually is.
Is it
No,
crying?
I don't end up casting it like pretty much at all. I do max out Tristis in new game and during the post game, but that was simply because I wanted to actually have a 100% file for Aurora.
Of course, Iron Man with armor and shield is weak to fire because it heats up said armor and shield.
Yeah. And now we have access to the elevator. Yay!
Yay. What?
So, how familiar are you with clock tower areas in Castlevania, Mr. Cloud?
I mean, besides the fact that there's a fucking clock tower in every single one of these Castlevania-esque games.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just... It's a trope. It's more of a trope of being at a castle, because as I recall, games that have castles usually have a clock tower in them at some point.
But why do they have a clock tower is the question, Mr. Cloud.
Because the tower turrets are some of the most impressive architectural components of the overall facade, and because it tells time, it will draw the eye pretty much anywhere where it is visible.
But do they honestly need to tell the time at this point in history?
Yeah. I mean, dude, the only guy who's got a pocket watch on him is the Lord.
But stereotypically, the Lord doesn't honestly need to keep all of his appointments. He usually subcontracts that out.
Well, however, is he going to meet his associate for tea and crumpets?
Yeah, it's like the only thing that's on his schedule for the day. So he's just going to be there early.
What you see is if he doesn't do that, then he's not going to be doing much fun with his day as it was. So he's going to be on time with the shiny pocket watch with the overlaying lid that he can clasp shut and leave in his pocket.
Honestly, those pocket watches are pretty damn cool. I remember that Disney's Gift of the Magi has got many with that particular pocket watch, and it's very nice.
Gift of the Magi.
Dude, Gift of the Magi is still extremely heartwarming.
Of course, the most famous pocket watch of all time that comes to my mind is the one that Christopher Walken handed to Bruce Willis's character while Bruce Willis was a kid in Pulp Fiction. The one that dramatically the father who had died in Vietnam and gave to Christopher Walken, whom had shoved the pocket watch up his ass so that he could keep it hidden from the Vietnamese.
Okay. We are officially going to be fighting this motherfucker, Velik.
Uh-oh.
I love the Velik fight. Every character fights Velik slightly differently, but because a lot of them happen to have a lot of the same tools, you know, the fight ends up being really fun, regardless of who's actually fighting him.
Uh-oh. Whee! Nice guard. Perfect guard.
Having access to parry is awesome.
Yeah, when the foe is so big that their animations give away when they're going to attack. Exactly.
And you see that's why we're not honestly using Rubella all that much. 37 damage per tick, and at most 5 ticks. It's not honestly anywhere nearly as good as Light Ray is.
Tongue web. Boom. Tongue slap. Boom. Tongue lash. Boom.
You'll notice that Aurora's parry actually hits a majority of the screen. And yeah, Damn it, we screwed it up. I wanted to parry that because if you parry the collapsing bite, you get iframes for the entirety of the attack. It's very nice.
Nice. What's wrong? Come a little closer.
Alright. We spent all of our mana.
Oh yeah, that's right. We've been using fire attacks most of the time. But we do have great powers of parry. Boom. Right
he grabbed
down.
this as he's dying. Which doesn't actually mean anything for Aurora because, you know, she's got flight at this point. Are you ready for more broken camera, Mr. Cloud?
What the fuck? Yeah, that was very broken.
Yeah. Aurora scaled the tallest tower, slaying the foul dragons, her boon. Grown once more, restoring her power, she accepted her spoils, the moon. Hurry now, there's nary a chance for sleep. She steels her nerves to delve down to depths most deep.
Oh, that wasn't a very long poem.
Yeah. Behold, Teenage Aurora.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Ocarina
We still
of
have
Time.
flight, which is really awesome, but we lost our great sword. And in exchange, we got a short sword.
Wow, Link, look at you. You're all grown up.
Yes, Igni, yes, it is a thing that has happened.
Oh, boy.
I think that Teenage Aurora actually walks slower than normal Aurora does, but her backdash is better, so... the real thing that getting Teenage Aurora unlocks for us is now we have the ability to swim. Unfortunately, the Valkyrie sword check isn't here anymore, which is sad.
Whoa. And she still does not take falling damage.
Well, yeah, we're a character with flight. Of course we don't take falling damage. And check all the way up here just to be sure. There's never anything on this side, sadly, but it's always important to check in the event that you don't have confidence in yourself.
Oh, they sent us back all this way for a reason.
Alright, so now that we have Teenage Aurora and we have the ability to swim, the next major boss that we gotta go figure out is Alfred. The Dola Hammers are still attempting to fight us.
Reminds me of a meme that I read once saying, you know, life would be a lot more interesting if instead of age, we referred to how old we are by level. So this guy said, yeah, my son died at level 4. It was sad. And the response was, noob.
The implications being, of course, extremely sad.
Well, yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe there was no child. Maybe he just felt like being a smartass. I'm sure between the two of them, at least one of them was being a severe smartass.
Yeah. Alright, so we picked up another confession. Looks like we're going to attempt to go spend it, which will improve light rate slightly more. And as well, we happen to have a bunch of sapphires because we were fighting enemies that can now drop the Tristis shard. Also, we have a shit ton of rubies because, yeah, you don't get access to Rubella until you take down Tamako Death. So we're going to spend a bunch of our rubies to upgrade her.
Well, I see that the rumors were true. Your pituitary gland is second to none.
Look at all the sapphires we have. Sadly, it's not quite enough sapphires to max out Tristis, but...
This is a lot of level ups.
It is.
Holy shit.
Yep, we got Tristis to 7, and we need 10 sapphires in order to max it out to a 9.
Damn.
But yeah, you'll notice that Tristis gives us elemental resistances, which is not actually a thing that Aurora gives a shit about. She's too powerful at the start of the game to worry about defensive steroids, to be perfectly honest.
And in the next part...
In the next part, we'll be starting our trek to go fight Alfred. Be safe, everybody.